don't know what's taking so long around here. Do you, Cameron? Thank you, Van Grafton. Thank you very much. On the YouTube, we always hit the YouTube first, it seems like. Hello! How are you doing? Are those new glasses? I've never noticed. I don't know why this is not pulling up on mine.
Shannon!
Hello, good morning.
Can I crash the party?
Crash it. Do you know Austin Kepley?
I do know Austin.
Of course you know Austin.
Sir, I didn't see you sneaking in here, man. How's it going?
All right, everybody, good. It's Tuesday morning. Thank you for getting on the morning grind. Monday through Friday, somebody's going to be sitting in this seat every single time from 8:29. We almost had the new guy, Cameron, sitting here. Travis, I hear you're out on an appointment. Congratulations. Brittany Hall, thank you for getting on here. Julia, hey, I remember back when Josh would always be first to comment. He'd be the first one to get on there. Now he's not taking as much pride in being a winner, and it's very disturbing. After you just won, you got to continue that spiritual agreement that you want to win no matter what it is. You got to be first.
I'm a damn winner.
I like it, Ricky Bobby. Hey, you either first or last. Right. Hey, we've had a lot of success, and that's what I'm thankful for this morning. Drew got a deal worked out last night. Josh and Brittany. Who all was involved in that deal with you?
Me and Brittany.
You and Brittany. You got one or two of them worked out.
Two.
Van, you're commenting as me, trying to be me. Who thinks Van's trying to be me? He's trying to live through me when he's commenting. It says, Good Time Tommy, commented on by Van Grafton. Good morning, Eric. Thank you for getting on here. Edward, good morning. Andre, when will you be in here to tell everybody about your good news? I'm very, very thankful that we've got people in here that are being productive right now. Because whenever they're not productive and I don't see sales coming in, I get extremely nervous. I start looking at them expenses and I start sweating. Then I tell my wife, hey, look, you can't shop. You can't do this. We're going to cut this out. It could just be, good morning, Noah, cousin Noah. We're excited to get you back in here. So today I'm going to talk about one simple thing. I believe what gets people's attention are relationships, health, money. I saw David Specht. It's his birthday. I haven't seen you on here, but happy birthday if you watch this, David. I haven't seen you pop up. When I think about health, I think about you. But I'm going to talk about my best investment that I've ever made. Okay, and I'm going to illustrate four examples of an investment, okay? Because I think most people, they've got the senior ranking, their financial seniority ranking out of order. They want to invest before they make money. You probably see that a lot, don't you, Shannon? By the way, PMG stands for Premier Mortgage Group. We got the man in here himself, Shannon Wheeler. How often do people, hey, I want to invest? I don't have any income.
More than most.
More than most, they've got it out of whack. So I believe the first thing you got to do is you got to know how to make money. First, you got to learn how to make money. So today, what I'm going to talk about is the best investment I ever made. So I'm going to give you some examples. One time, I bought a duplex for $135,000, Austin. Today, this was 5 years ago. What do you think that thing's worth today?
Murfreesboro, probably 300 at least.
That's what I put down. It's worth $300,000. So from $135,000 to $300,000, how much money or what kind of return would you say that is? I see crypto in here. I see Silvergate Capital. I see those things. Okay, I'm going to destroy these myths y'all throwing out there. So 135 to 300,000. That is 100 and some odd percent.
Infinite if your tenants have been paying the mortgage on it.
Right.
Ooh,
it depends on how much cash you invested.
I think I put.
Like Austin, he got in.
I didn't do that. I did not. I didn't get in. I'm not good like Austin. I put 20% down, traditional loan through the bank. Ronnie Martin hooked me up. John, he says 2x roughly. Okay, that's a good investment. That was probably 5 or 6 years ago. And like Austin says, now I'm also making money off that. Number 2 questionable best investment would be I bought an Airbnb. When did I buy that sucker?
About 2 years ago.
2020 at the worst time. I actually went under contract in 19. We closed sometime. Good morning, Amanda. Sometime we closed in 2020 during a pandemic. I put $10,000 down. I'm thinking, shit, I need to get out of this deal. John Jones was the developer. John Eldridge was the builder. They were partners. I'm good friends with them. There was no way in hell I could back out of that deal. No way. If I wasn't as familiar and I wasn't associated with them, I probably would have thought different about it. Me and Joey both we wrestled back and forth. How can we back out of a deal on John? How can we do this during this pandemic? Because I know he was probably scared shitless too during this time. Nobody, I don't know if y'all remember this, but you couldn't even go outside. Like we went to the beach and stayed down there once for a little over 2 weeks. And you couldn't even, the damn beach was closed. You couldn't even go to the beach. Nobody could go down there. They were arresting people for going down there. And I'm thinking, what am I doing? So I paid roughly $600,000 for that. Okay. I put 20% down. So, no, I only put 10% down on this. So that was put down about $62,000. I had to buy furniture. Let's say I got $100,000 into this project. So today, that thing, I would say it's worth it. With the furniture in there, what would you say, Austin? 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, sky, rooftop view, looking downtown. I know this. Well, you know Amanda Harvey. So she's the listing agent there. She said you could probably get $820 for it. And I always think, damn, you're high on stuff. There's no way I could get that. But she's always right. So from $600 to $820, if she's right, I put $100,000 into it. That's and I make about $2,000 a month net profit on it. That sounds like a good investment. So let's just say if I made let's just say I made $100,000 off that. But it's going to continue to pay me. The third best investment or potential would be me and Joey bought this commercial lot right over here on Agri Park Lane. It was seized from the government. This preacher used to own it, but he didn't. He did something illegal, and the government took it from him. And the dude that listed the lot had it like in as a residential lot. It's 3 acres, commercial lot, Agri Park. He had it listed for $330,000. And I was telling Joey, this is too good. It was a too good to be true moment. There's no possible way that this thing is $330,000. And I was a naysayer. And he took a little time to get the contract over. I'm like, dude, now we might as well just give up. Let's just not even do it. So we submitted the contract. Guess what? We got it. Whenever Andre, what's up, friend? Whenever we closed on it, it appraised immediately for $660. Today, it's probably worth about $1.1 million. We paid $330. My half, I've got roughly $500,000 in that. That is probably on paper what you would say is my best investment ever.
It's a damn good investment.
It's a damn good investment. Okay, so here's what I'm going to argue. None of that beats. What am I going to say, Austin?
Investing in yourself.
Investing in myself. Investing in me. And I've invested a whole lot of money in me. So today you see a dude that has invested probably a couple $100,000 in improving his image and skills, building a brand. But let's go back when I was 35 years old. What did that look like? Well, I was broke as hell with my mama. I remember this one time I had about $3.58 and I could go buy Taco Bell. I mean, I was like, damn, this is awesome. That's what kind of a shit show I was in. Living with my mom, I didn't want to go there and ask her for any money. I had some houses back then with no equity, and I was completely 100% busted, broken spiritually, no confidence. No, I didn't even really know what my future was going to look like. There were so many bill collectors calling. The office didn't want to answer the phone. John Jones Realtors did not want to answer the phone because somebody's trying to, Fifth Third's calling. Whatever Bogue shop had my car payment. I had student loan people calling. I had credit card. I had all this stuff. John, broke is a state of mind only. Dude, I was broke as hell. My mom was broke. I had no hope. Didn't know what the hell I was going to do. So I hit such a low, I was completely open to anything. What's it going to take? Because I still had these dreams. I just didn't have any belief. I had these dreams that one day I was going to make money, but I didn't have any belief it was ever going to happen. And my buddy Tim Dutton said, man, I understand you want all these things, but dude, you're running out of time. By now I was 38, 39 years old. Imagine what it's like. How old are you?
24.
Imagine if I said, hey, dude, I'm going to predict your future. In 12 years, you're going to be broke as hell living with your mom. How would that feel? That would suck. But it's the best thing that ever happened to me because it was the first time it forced me to start investing into me. First time. What did that look like? I started going to Coach Burt stuff. You know, he's one of my I just got off the phone with him. He's one of my very, very closest friends. But at the time, I didn't really know what I was entering. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know how this payoff was going to really help me. But I just continued to keep doing it. And I remember the first thing I did was $199 a month. Do you know how much money that was to me at one time? $199 a month. Remember, I need $3.58 to get a Taco Bell and that drink. I'm not talking about your age. I'm talking about a grown-ass man living with his mom and a curfew. Couldn't even sneak women in there. I mean, just think about that. What?
It's untenable, man.
Can't even imagine what a low spot I was in. What do you think my self-image was? Having conversations with my mom, like, hey, she's like, hey, you need to be getting out of here. You're almost 40 years old. I was so messed up. So I started investing $199 a month, and I'm like, damn, how am I going to pay for this? Then I went through another year, and it kept going up. And then it went up to like $299. And then I was doing other things, and I just did not. The reason why I stayed in here is because I didn't want to let him down. I could easily let myself down, but how many of you struggle letting other people down? It's easy to just give up on yourself and let yourself down, but whenever somebody else, I didn't want to let him down and face that shame, so I paid $299. Then I think we got up to $3.99, and by then things were starting to change in my life. My income level, I remember my income was so bad in 2009, I didn't sell a house that year until May. And I'd been in the business since like 2003. I mean, it was just an unheard of time in my life. So flat, so busted, so broken. How was I going to repair how was I going to rehabilitate my mind? It was through study. It was through telling myself I'm going to go and I'm going to learn these things. But learning the things is not what changed me. Committing to something is what changed me. That's why I say be committed. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. I continued to go to all these classes. I was his first ever monster producer. That's pretty much my wife is on here. The best investment I ever made, though, by the way, is my wife. Investing that time to get married, that was my best investment. So we're talking about something else. She's on here right now. So the commitment led to like different levels. And after doing it 3 or 4 years, I was starting to make good money. Back then, I was making I finally got to where I was making $100,000 a year, and I thought, dude, I'm a badass now. Strutting around. That's how small I was thinking. I was walking around, damn, I'm making $100,000. I'm a badass. Then I went to, me and my wife, she wasn't my wife at the time, 2017, I spent $5,000 to go sit down face to face with Grant Cardone. If you know anything about me, he's like the mentor, like the OG. He's like the badass for me, right, Josh? Yep. So I paid $5,000 to go have this 15-minute meeting with him. 15 minutes turned into 4 hours. I was willing, though, to pay $5,000. I told Brittany that's what we're going to go do. So we go there, we sit, and I'm telling him about how far I've come, and he's cutting me off. What you've done in the past don't mean shit. Everything you need to be doing is focused into the future. And I walked out of that meeting with him 4 hours later, and I really, I remember me and her sitting in the Miami hotel that night, and I just didn't feel great about the meeting. The reason why I didn't feel great about the meeting is I was thinking way too small of myself. Because I told him how much money I want to make, and he's like, dude, you got to 10x that. It needs to go to this number. I was like, I want to get to $400,000. That's what it is. I was wanting to get to that number. And he's like, man, you're thinking wrong. And he took a sheet of paper, and he's like, this is the number, and it's $4 million. I'd never thought like that. I was thinking if one of these days, $100,000 around here, you're doing good. I went there, $400,000, then I walked out like, damn, $4 million? How could I make this happen? At that date, I walked out there, I was certain I'll never be able to do that. I'll settle. But I stayed committed to investing in myself. Today, I believe it's an option because here's what I have discovered. You don't have to have the blueprint today to know where you want to get to. And most people will tell you, how are you going to get there? Fuck, I don't know. I mean, if I knew, I'd already be there. But you don't know how you're going to get there. When I was 38 years old on my mom's couch, I didn't know I'd have 20. How many people work here? I didn't know 25 people would want to come work for some loser living with their mom. So here's what I'm telling you. The best investment I've ever made is the ability to go out and get information and to study it long enough, to be committed to it long enough to where I could actually duplicate the content to where people would want to come here. They would want to come here and then they would want to stay because of what I've been through. Think about the multiplier effect of that. Think about it. What if one day we've got 100 people here? And it all started on a $199 investment, $199 a month. And it just parlayed. See, you get better in little stages, little levels. And then as you come to one stage, the stage gets a little bit bigger, and that stage tests to see if you're really worthy of that next level in your life. Are you willing to do all the things that's necessary to get to that next level? Most people, like we got this new puppy right now, he's small, he can't jump up on the couch. But as he grows, he'll eventually be able to jump up there. That's what happens to you if you'll continue to be committed to yourself, where you can take in content, you can learn it, you know it, and you can duplicate it and teach others. Your ability to expand, your ability to scale, it becomes limitless. But nobody's going to want to be around you if you don't produce something in their mind that's good enough for you to be sticky. It means they want to come and be around you. If I wasn't good enough, I would have ran Josh off, wouldn't I, Josh?
Yep.
Maybe you over there. Like those glasses. But that's what the goal is. You're gonna grow your wealth really well. You're gonna make money in 3 ways. Number 1, it can be off you and your time, which that sucks. Number 2, you can be good and attract people, and you can start to make money off people. If you get rich, like you're getting rich, you're gonna eventually be able to make money off your money. You're gonna be one of those people. Everybody have a great day, and I can't emphasize this enough. Invest. Find ways to invest in you. Shut us down, Vin Grafton.